All right, welcome to the second review of the evening. Up this time is Flesh Made Fear. Um, tank control, fixed cameras, pure terror, set in a haunting world of twisted experiments and occult nightmares. This game brings back the survival horror mechanics you know and love. I'll get back to you while pushing the genre into terrifying new depths. Right. So what this game is basically saying is, hey, we want to throw back to 1998. You know, back when Resident Evil controlled you know, a tank
Absolute shit.
and had pre-rendered background and up was a very relative position.
Oh, we'll get to that. God fucking damn it.
Oh, I can imagine.
That's why I'm not
Because
very far in this game, because I don't like tank controls. But we'll get to that.
yeah, I'm like that. That's why I'm saying, the survival horror mechanics you know and love. No, I don't. I don't fucking love tank controls. I never liked them. I never liked them back in the day. I still fucking hate them.
The only
They were a
reason they
result of
exist is because we didn't have joysticks yet.
right. And
Now,
yes, they
now
worked
in
well.
the era of 2020 fucking 6, every controller has a fucking joystick. There is no reason for this to exist.
I understand
Right.
the argument that having clumsier controls gives you gameplay and story integration on feeling awkward in situations that are difficult to describe.
I
However,
quite, fr- I
there is a limit to how much of that is still and have
yeah,
it be a tolerable experience.
I quite frankly blame this on the likes of Nitro and other horror game YouTubers who go, "Yeah, this game played better with tank controls." I miss
No,
tank. They legitimately go, "I miss tank control." I'm like, good for you.
there's a
It's
reason
like,
why they were phased out with the creation of the analog stick.
yeah, because they're terrible. I'm like, yes, they work well with the games that were designed around those limitations. You know, being the fixed camera angles and the pre-rendered background era. I'm
Hmm.
like, no, like the only people who do that are indie throwback artists. It's like, you know, yeah, mainstream horror isn't going to adopt tank controls as their primary vehicle because they're so clumsy and alienating to 90% of people who played them.
Hmm.
It's something we put up with. And okay, you're whatever percentile that could tolerate even fall in love with these things. Good for you. This game's for you, I guess.
Yeah.
Petty, get into the details if you please.
All right. So you play as some sort of task force going to go fight this villain, dude. The story is very B movie, as one would expect.
Right.
And
This game looks like it's leaning much more towards Resident Evil than, say, Silent Hill or Fatal Frame.
yeah, only crank the B moviness up to about 17. Um and yeah, along the way the bridge to the fucking dude's hideout is up. So you and the team need to go find a way to, get the bridge back down so you know, you and the rest of the team can go nab the bad guy. Um I don't know, like, how much the story changes depending on who you pick, if it's one of those things, because I just couldn't get into it because of the tank controls. Um,
Understandable.
the backgrounds are not as pre-rendered as they would have been in the PS1 era. The game is fully voice acted. Uh, the the music is definitely a throwback to the 90s. Um, and then yeah, of course, as you can see on screen, there is some horror elements. I don't think there is a way for me to deal with this dude, honestly, because in the intervening section, I lost my gun. So I guess I'm just supposed to run away from the enemies until I can procure a new firearm. Oh wait, can I just I guess I didn't lose my gun. Was it just unequipped?
Just
Yeah.
unequip it.
I guess it unequipped it in the fall. Huh. Anyway, uh god damn it. The one thing I do hate is these goddamn controls. Mm. All right, yeah. But yeah, your basic controls are there. I want to run like normal. God, I so wish to run like normal. Um, these are my first, I guess, my first time dealing with enemies. So bear with me. The combat is as clunky as survival horror games are.
Hooray.
Yeah. Do I not have a heal? Oh, there's my heal. That's my heal. Oh, that's my machete. Okay then. So I don't have a healing item. That's fun. Um, yeah, like there is definitely a subset of people who would really like this game. I am not of that subset. I honestly wish the devs would have given an option to have tank controls or not, but there isn't even anything in um the options to disable tank controls. Also, you can't change target with your gun. So you either need to kill the enemy who's in front of you or disengage and move. So yeah, that's frustrating. I've never been good at like Silent Hill, Resident Evil, so again, that's another reason why I didn't get very far in this. Like it's tank controls aside, honestly, if I liked tank controls more, I probably would have liked this more. Oh, I guess something I should note, you have limited saves. You see this paraffin wax item?
Yeah, that's another horror convention from the old
Yep.
times.
Particularly Resident Evil. They loved
Yep.
the typewriter
Yeah.
with limited amounts of typewriter tape.
Yeah. In this one,
Ink ribbons.
Yeah.
your limited use save item is paraffin wax. Because I guess you put a seal on the little letter thing. It's not the most contrived thing I've seen for a save item. But yeah. The environments look fine. It's just one of those things where the entire thing that kills the game for me is the controls. Like I really wish I could have been able to play this without tank controls. That, like, I know I keep coming back to that, but that's the biggest thing that stopped any and all enjoyment of the game for me. But yeah. What are we looking at price wise, Adam?
Let's see. We are looking at $20.
Full voice
Like,
acting, decent art. Yeah, if you don't mind tank controls,
I will
then
note that is for the PlayStation/console version. It's a bit cheaper on Steam. Not too much cheaper. It's $17.99. So that's probably not going to make that much of a difference.
right. But yeah, if horror games are your bag, then I could see this being an all right play for somebody. Here's another save place. So yeah, here's where I can save. And then yeah, you've expended one of your paraffin wax things, and typically there should be somewhere nearby that probably has more wax. And oh, there's healing items in here. Fun. This is why you need to check around your environment, people. Granted, again, this is my first time playing this, so how would I know I was supposed to be able to come here? Huh. I guess something that does mention there's something called the Riddler's Room. I guess that is like a extra feature thing. You only get to see it after you beat the game once. Also, there is these trees that you do quick time events to get an item out of. Failing it, I believe, gets you hurt. I try not to get hurt. And most of the time in them is just like lore stuff. So like audio log, because there are audio logs in this game. It does use an audio log system, so you can like listen to voice acted tapes of, you know, the various things and whatnot. Like apparently the Ripper guy is involved in MK Ultra, so they're bringing that back. You got your dossier of your target, and then just like very other lore elements. You have a map of your area, because of course the guy who you're after is in a place called Rotwood. They do make a joke about that because go figure, right? You have your classic inventory management system of a game from this era. You have 8 boxes. Luckily, I don't know if anything takes up more than 1 box of your inventory. And as you saw in the safe room, there is a chest where you can put things. I don't know if that transfers between save areas, but like I can put the paraffin wax in there and whatnot. But yeah, I think that's it for me on here. This is an all right game, severely drugged down by the insistence of wanting to use tank controls. I realize it is a design decision the devs made. I personally do not like it. If you enjoy tank controls, rock on. You might enjoy this game more than I did.
Mhm.
But if you're like me and Adam and just outright hate tank controls, probably definitely a pass unless the devs decide to come back and add an option to play without tank controls, which that's totally their option to do if they want or don't want.
Mhm. All right, then. So, yeah, that'll about do it for Flesh Made Fear. Be sure to tune in after the break as the Galax reviews the Goblins collection.